What's up, YeshGamers? Robert the Bruce here, and today it's all about outsmarting your opponents, making those quick decisions that may seem insignificant, but are often the difference between you being the dog or you being the fire hydrant. You know what I'm saying. We're going to look at a couple games I had recently, so let's get right into it. This first one was going fine, bad guys are getting wrecked, and when I found myself with the option to engage an enemy coming from the direction of the storm. This is always something to use in your favor. He's going to be forced to come to me, or he'll start getting hit by the storm, so this is definitely something I'm going to exploit. This random guy on the side takes a shot at me and falls to his death. GG. But back to the problem at hand. Now with these rams in front of me, he isn't sure if I'm still in the base or what, so I can retreat to the safe zone once I see the storm coming. Get set up to throw some lead at him once he starts getting pushed in. Now, when he's in the storm, the whole thing is a big old serving of get-wrecked pie with a drizzle of easy sauce. You know, he's panicking in the storm, taking damage, and all I have to do is wait for openings to land a few shots. Now, the rest of this game was pretty cut and dry. Some more unexciting kills all the way to the end when I used the rocket launcher to gain the high ground and then just rain down death on everything below me. Break out your dancing shoes. It's victory time. Now let's move on to the second game where some more strategery happened. This round really highlights the importance of planning ahead your position on the map. Really, that just boils down to maintaining the high ground. These first few kills were up against guys that had just gotten off the train from Rookie Town, and it's easy to see that, because not one of them seemed concerned with gaining the high ground on me. With little effort, I was able to have the height advantage and lock it down. Now, I accessed my inner sneaky ninja and snuck up on this dude, but then this joker, way out past him in the distance, stole my kill. There will be retribution. Now, I built myself a quick place to call home, and then because I had the slight high ground on him, and it gets risky for him to build up any higher, I figured I'd just flush him out of his little nest. Now, he tried to fly away with his cute little jetpack, but that poor birdie sustained a lot of damage on the way. And then he tried to get sneaky and peek shot me, but you know we can't be having none of that. Now that I have him really damaged and on the run, it's time to make my move. Now, he made a mistake retreating to this barn, so I decided to give him a little panic attack with a whole bunch of grenades. Again, by quickly gaining high ground during the chaos, whenever he decides to make a move out of there, it's an easy kill. I'm under zero pressure to do anything but wait until I see the right moment to strike. Now we're getting closer to the end game now, so it's time to take stock of the circle and plan ahead. This is one of the most crucial moments of any round. Now as usual, a quick structure keeps me safe from random snipes while I strategize. My plan is to always look at the late circle high ground and see which area will probably be in the circle the longest while still maintaining good height. Now this big old mountain is the clear winner here, so I'm going to make my way to it, kill anyone that might be there already, and establish Fort Yesh on top. Sadly, I didn't have much in the way of long-range weaponry up here, but that's okay. If I can keep the high ground until the end of the game, eventually the remaining bad guys will be forced to be in range, and I'll have the advantage. Now when the circle moves, I just take stock of where the best high ground still is going to be, and re-establish myself there. Pretty simple, rinse and repeat to maintain that advantage. This dude thought he would threaten me with some rockets from 2 miles away, but that's easy to shut down. Extend my house a little bit, so I've got 2 areas to hop between. It's going to be way too hard for him to knock it down at that distance. Now, as a side note, remind yourself to check your surroundings often. If you get too comfortable up there, some little rat will sneak up to your base and make life difficult. This cute little player thought his bush would protect him. He now knows that he was wrong. Now, as the circle pushes me off the mountain, I just try and keep as much high ground off of it as possible, but eventually I just have to create my own and pancake off the side a little bit. I'm not going to go too crazy because one good snipe while I'm building can end my round. I just want to have enough structure that it can withstand some hits while still giving me a height advantage. Now, with 2 other players left, I wait until they start to engage each other and use these few moments of relative safety to establish what will most likely be my final base. I can't get too wrapped up in the building process though and lose track of the battle, but I also need to make sure I'm in good spot when the winner of that fight has to come face me. Now once that moment came, I had high ground and he was forced to try and push to even the odds. I got a little careless and took some hits, but ultimately I just had to keep blasting and this baddie wouldn't stand much of a chance. Show some respect to your fallen foe, get your dance on, and mark another W on the board. I hope this video helped you. Toss it a like, subscribe to the channel, write me into your will, all that good stuff. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the battlefield.